Yo, what it do, Ghost Nation? It's your boy Ghost. Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Movies. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about WandaVision episode 5. And the title of the episode is on a very special episode. Now, this episode is very special because I'm telling you, I thought episode was amazing. Nope. Episode 5 was even better because now we saw WandaVision. Spoiler alert. We saw WandaVision come out of Westview. Her whole Wanda world, she came out and confronted the director of Sword, who is Hayward, director Hayward. And I think he is the terrorist. I think he's the big bad in this whole thing. That's just me. I mean, people think that she's the terrorist. Wanda's the one that's holding all these people hostage. Like that guy, Norm. Norm wants to go back to see his sister. He can't even see his sister because Wanda has him in her Wanda world. But I think Hayward is keeping a close eye on Wanda because he wants to either capture or take her out. But I think he's a terrorist like Darcy was talking to Jimmy Woo when they were talking, and then Hayward came in and interrupted him and said the word terrorist. I think he's a terrorist. Or I think he could be Mephisto or somebody. I don't know who he is. But he is part of the big bad because we don't know anything about Hayward until WandaVision. We don't know nothing about him. Now, tell me why in this episode I also love, and I'm only going to talk about the things that I love. There's not too much I dislike about it. I love everything about this episode. Tell me why those twins, Billy and Tommy, they can age themselves up from babies to 5-year-olds. And then they went to 10-year-olds. I was like, yo. And Agnes is witnessing all of this. So Agnes knows that Wanda is a very powerful being. She's not just all for show and trickery and everything like that. Like, she has powers out of this world. That's why Wanda, I mean, even in the comic books, I love Wanda so much. Besides Jean Grey, I love Jean Grey so much. To be able to have the powers that she has, mind control and everything. But Wanda's right there. She's not a level 5 or a stage 5 like Jean Grey is. But Wanda has always been one of my favorites, man. And Elizabeth Olsen, how she portrays this character is amazing. Again, I have to go back to when she came out of her own Wanda world and confronted the director. I'm telling you, she got everybody shook. You got all of those sword agents, guns pointed at her chest, and then she just takes her powers, turns it on, and flips the guns on everybody, pointed at the director. And then you have Monica Rambeau trying to calm her down, talk her down. That wasn't working. You again. Yo, I thought for right then and there, I thought Wanda was about to blast her again. Yo, it is so crazy how Wanda used Monica to help her deliver the twins and then just cast her right out of Wanda world. Crazy, 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 man. But I love this because all of this ties into the movies. WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, all of these Disney TV shows are going to tie into their movies whenever we get the movies. So you have to pay attention to everything that goes on. You have to watch everything. Because I'm telling you, when the movies come back and we get to go into the theaters once COVID is over, I'm telling y'all right now, we are going to be missing out on some things if we don't watch every episode. This episode was so good, man. I love the fact that when they try to scam Monica Rambeau's blood and trying to take pictures of her, everything was blank. They couldn't find nothing in her blood. They couldn't find nothing with her x-rays. That means Wanda must have did something to her body when she entered into that Wanda world. She did something like it warped. What they call it, the Wanda Maximoff anomaly or something like that. I love it. I love it. Wanda has this whole world in the palm of her hand that she changes them once they come out of the Wanda world. Once they go in, they don't come back out the same. And I think that's probably how Monica gets her powers. I think that's how she could probably get her powers. That's one of my theories, and I'm saying that right now. She's going to have those powers of Captain Marvel because she went into Wanda world. I don't know how true that is. That could be far-fetched. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, Ghost Nation, I think that's how she get her photon powers. The ability to fly and to use those photon blasts like Captain Marvel. She's going to get it because she entered into that Wanda world. Oh, I cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. I really think that's how she's going to get her powers. And tell me why Monica Rambeau didn't want to talk about Captain Marvel. I thought they had, from the movie, Captain Marvel, I thought they had that chemistry. But you know what? I think Monica Rambeau neglects or she doesn't want to acknowledge Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel's never around. When she was a little kid, she was always around. Lieutenant Trouble was her name. Lieutenant Trouble was her name. But because Captain Marvel was always going off into the galaxy, saving other planets in the solar system and beyond that, she's never on Earth. So I think Monica Rambeau outgrew Captain Marvel because Darcy and Jimmy Woo kept mentioning Captain Marvel, and she's like, oh, we will not speak of her name? Like, how dare you, Monica Rambeau, disrespect my girl, Captain Marvel? Brie Larson, everything that she is, that's who you become. Respect your elders. Respect Captain Marvel. Facts. I was a little taken back by that. I'm like, yo, are you serious? How you not gonna acknowledge Captain Marvel, who saved the world many times over? She brought Iron Man back to Earth. She fought and helped defeat Thanos. Are you serious? She held her own against Thanos. So Monica Rambeau, she needs to backtrack what she's saying about Captain Marvel. That's all I'm going to say. Because I go tooth and nail about that movie. I love this movie so much. Captain Marvel is awesome. But I'm loving this, man. I'm loving it. And now we get to the climax of the episode. At the very end, Vision is starting to understand what is going on. And before we even get to the ending of the, all my answers from the last episode, all my questions were answered from the last episode. Did she go and get his body from wherever they held it? After the battle in Infinity War when Thanos killed Vision, and then Endgame when they killed Thanos, what did they do with his body? What did S.H.I.E.L.D. do with Vision's body? Because Tony Stark is gone. Captain America is old. Thor went with the Asgardians. He went with what's that group? Oh, shoot, I can't remember their name right now. He went with why am I blanking on their names right now? Guardians of the Galaxy. He went on the ship with Guardians of the Galaxy with all of them. Thor is going to be on missions with Guardians of the Galaxy. So what really happened to Vision's body? Now we see in this episode that Vision's body was taken to off location, and it was secure. And Vision didn't want his body to be taken by a villain or enemy anymore, to be used for evil. So Vision didn't want to be resurrected. Vision didn't want to come back. Vision was dead. Once the Mind Stone came out, we all know he died. But now we know that his body was taken to an offshore location. Wanda found it because she was grieving. She was having trauma. She was having PTSD. And we see that in the footage, there was camera footage that the director Hayward got from S.W.O.R.D. That she went to that offshore location. She went to that lockdown facility, invaded, and took out everybody except for the cameras. And she took back Vision's body. So now we know that Wanda Maximoff has powers to resurrect the dead, whether it could be an organism or a machine. She could resurrect that dog if she wanted to in this episode. She could bring back that dog, but she chose not to because her kids, they need to know what it's like to deal with grief and deal with a loss, to deal with death. That's part of life. Life is dealing with, birth and death. So now we know for certain, and it's canon in Marvel, in the MCU, that she resurrected Vision and brought him into her Wanda world, into her reality. Now we know it. Oh, and now Vision is fighting with her, and we see them squaring off. They're both flying up at each other in the house. That's how they yell. That's how they argue. They just stare each other down and fly at each other, see who could soar higher than the other. We finally see that, and she finally backs off. And I love the ending because now Vision is going to find out, why are you doing this? Why are you controlling everybody who's supposed to have a family, they're supposed to live their own life? You're controlling them. You're imprisoning them in this Wanda world. And then at the end of the argument, I love this part. This cameo was awesome. This cameo was amazing. Because at the end, the doorbell rings. They're arguing and the doorbell rings. And I'm telling you right now, I was shocked to see who was at the door. It was nobody other than her brother, Pietro. But not the Pietro that died when he was in Ultron, when Ultron killed him in Avengers, Age of Ultron. This is another Quicksilver who's cast as Pietro. I was so shocked. His name is Evan Peters. Now, if y'all don't know who Evan Peters is, Evan Peters. I said Evan Peters. If y'all don't know who he is, he played Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies. Every time he was in Age of Ultron, he was in Apocalypse, and he was also in what was that movie that everybody hates? X-Men Dark Phoenix. Every time those X-Men movies came out and he was in it, he always stole the movie, because at the end of those movies, or in those movies, he always did the slow motion that he's running very fast, but he's running so fast that everything slows down to him. And we as the viewer, we get to see how everything slows down. Oh, I was so blown away. I knew that from spoilers, I knew that he was going to be in it. But in the spoilers that I saw, I heard that Wanda sees him and she blasts him away because she can't believe that, oh, it's her brother Pietro. No, in this episode, she hugs him. She freaking hugs him. And I was just blown away. I thought that she was going to blast him with her powers. No, you're dead. I thought she was going to kill him. No, you're not my brother. You're an imposter. She embraces him because she misses her brother so much. And Evan Peters, Quicksilver, he's playing this whole badass, jock who wears the leather jacket. He got the whole 80s vibe going on, because this episode takes in the 80s. I know it does, because not episode 4, but episode 3 was the 70s. This takes in the 80s, and he got the whole 80s look with the leather coat, the Fonzie look. Hey, that's what it is. I loved it. And I like how he looked at Vision and said, "Who's this popsicle?" I love it. It was great. Oh, this TV show just gets better and better. Now we're at the halfway point. There's only, 4 more episodes left? I'm kind of sad because I'm enjoying every episode. But this was a long episode too. We usually get 25, 26-minute episode. This was like 30, almost 40-minute episode. It was long. It was great. Great, fantastic. I'm so happy I tuned in for this. And because I have COVID, I'm locked in. I'm in quarantine. I could watch this and do my videos and just go buck wild on these videos, man. I'm so happy. Disney, Marvel, MCU, you guys have always done right by us and the fans. I'm not just a film fan. I love these TV shows now. Now I'm looking forward to any Marvel TV show that comes out, whether it's Moon Knight, whether it's She-Hulk, whether it's Falcon Winter Soldier, whether it's Loki. I'm going to be watching all of it, because I grew up a Marvel Comics lover. I'm a Marvel head for life. I'm not really DC. I'm Batman. I love Batman. I'm not really DC and Justice League and all of that. I don't like Wonder Woman. I don't like Superman. I'm Batman. But I grew up reading Marvel Comics or Image Comics, because I love Spawn and all those other characters. But I am so happy. This episode was amazing. I give it a freaking 10 out of 10. I love it, Ghost Nation. I love it. And I hope y'all did too. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. I will like your comments. I will read them and I will reply when I get a chance. Y'all already know what to do. Smash that like button for your boy. Until next time. Before I go, make sure y'all like and subscribe, because I'm trying to build my subscriber base, man. I'm telling you, I'm on my way, man. I want to be blasting off into 2022 with more subscribers, man. My goal is to get to 600. That's my goal. Last year, I started off with this channel with 20. And by the end of 2021, going into 2021, I had 300, almost 50 now. So I'm on my way with my subscribers, man. I love doing YouTube. I'm passionate about this, and I'm going hard. I want this channel to grow every day. As long as I have breath in my lungs, I'm going to be doing these videos. Now, y'all stay tuned for my next videos. I'm going to be watching that Malcolm and Marie movie with John David Washington and Zendaya. I'm going to be watching that, and I'm going to give y'all my reaction and my review for that movie. Until next time, y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share the Ghost movies. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'm blasting off.